Star of the upcoming, eventually set to release Thunderbolts, David Harbour, aka Red Guardian, recently did an interview and talked a little bit about the more complex relationships we can expect to see in the film. So this comes at us from David Harbour, who recently talked a little bit more about his upcoming return in the Thunderbolts and what he knows. And he says that first and foremost, there's obviously going to be the relationship which he talked about before, which is him and Yelena. Talking about the fact that that's going to be a funny and complex relationship and that that's going to carry over from Black Widow. But then he tells Screen Rant that there's a lot of unexplored history with Red Guardian, with Yelena, with what happened between movies and this giant time gap that we don't have to account for. And also, how do they now align their sort of point of view with this team that's composed of a bunch of, well, let's just be honest, a bunch of jobbers that are rejects from other things. And he says that we can fully expect to get into this from the standpoint of none of these people are really on the same page, and some of them don't even like each other. You know, you have Taskmaster. Obviously, that's going to be a clash. You have U.S. Agent. You have Bucky Barnes. I mean, you know, you got Valentina pulling all the strings. Then you have him. You got Red Hulk. I mean, there's rumors of other members from the other MCU projects appearing elsewhere and possibly in this. So it'll be interesting, very interesting to see just what exactly the team composition is. Because I think at its core, it kind of has to resemble the Guardians to a sort of basic degree where the team doesn't necessarily get along at first, or maybe they should never get along. Because again, their ideals are so different and their upbringing and what happened to them. Maybe the Thunderbolts should be more by the book. We're just a hired squad that's not going to get along. Maybe he's teasing that because I don't personally see it playing out successfully that you got this remnant of Hydra, Valentina, pulling them all in to go steal stuff and commit war crimes. You know, like, there's probably going to be some issues with that from a moral standpoint with like half of these characters. Unless you're John Walker, then he's willing to commit all the crimes. All the crimes. Man, John Walker's really going to end up showing up with a Punisher skull with the blue line, isn't he? Yeah.